Papa Station 639, 43 Oscar Papa 639, Australia, 9 Alpha Tango 791, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific.
Crikey, there's a nice great big signal from 9 Division. Good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah, you're sounding great, man, from down under. You're pushing a big signal here to the southern Gulf Islands off the far Pacific coast of Canada.
Yeah, the 791 station. Just stand by, mate. I'll pick a frequency, mate, and we'll QSY. Just stand by.
No problem. Funny, my thing seems to...
791, you're sounding good here coming into southern Wisconsin. 91, push QSY 570.
QSY, yeah, you as well, Wisconsin. Back of the beam, you're shaking the radio room. Take care, buddy.
Okay.
How about that 43 Oscar Papa 639, Australia, 9 Alpha Tango 791 on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific.
Yeah, good afternoon. You've got John this way. You've got the call sign correct, 43 Oscar Papa 639. Yeah, I just thought I'd make some noise down there on Sport 5. It appears there's plenty of people there, but nobody's willing to speak, over.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet on this side, John. You got Joe on this side. You do sound familiar. Maybe we've chatted before, but yeah, there's not a lot of DX coming in here. I worked a few Central Pacific stations and a couple of U.S. stations, but usually it's a lot busier here. But yeah, some days are like that. You know, you put the call out, and man, they're all maybe they're just listening, and they don't want to chit chat. I like chit chatting.
Mate, I'm the same, definitely. It's Monday morning down here. I've had a cup of coffee, so yeah, mate, I'm all charged up, ready to go, and I just thought I'd throw a few shout-outs there to some friends of mine, but they're not around, but mate, always great to hear some good voices, Joe. I think we have spoken at some point in the past, not sure when, mate, but mate, always good to catch up, over.
Yeah, you betcha. Everybody's a familiar voice on here. And I forget what part of Australia you're in. I'm out here on Salt Spring Island, kind of like Table Salt and Bouncy Spring. Salt Spring Island in the southern Gulf Island chain, located off the extreme southwest coast of British Columbia, QSL.
Yeah, beautiful, Joe. I've actually written that down in my log here, so mate, when I get a few minutes here, I'll definitely look that up, mate. I'm always looking for new and exciting places and new contacts, mate, so I'll definitely have a look at that. So you're up there on the Gulf Islands, Salt Spring Islands, got that jotted down, mate. Beautiful, mate. Nice copy this morning for me, anyway. You're nearly an S9 there on the peak of your transmission, over.
Yeah, you're blasting it up into the red. I think I got my beam kind of locked in on you. I don't usually go down on the lower channels, but I was just down there on 30. I think it was 375, working a couple of Hawaiian stations, and then I came back up here. I prefer it up here. It is a lot quieter, but yeah, no, you're pushing in a fantastic signal. Good audio too. Your audio is bang on 100%. What are you running there for an antenna?
Yeah, mate, the antenna-wise, it's a 3-element delta loop configuration. Pointed up your way. And I'm down here on the east coast, Joe. I'm sort of north of Sidney, so the biggest town, I guess, near me really is Sidney. I'm about 100 miles north of the town of Sidney now.
Okay, QSL, and that delta loop is working perfect, man. I'm running a 3-element beam as well, a flat side Yagi, Stereo Yagi up about 26 foot to the boom. And radio here's an RCI 2980 WX, old school D104 lollipop mic turned way down, and running about 200 whiskeys there with one of these little, I'm using the little RM203P right now, kicker.
Oh, beautiful setup. Yeah, no, the radio this way, all the AC number, funnily the modern ones, FTDX10, and just the standard microphone that comes in the box, over.
Beautiful, man. Don't change a thing. I tell you what, I love audio like that. I can't stand when people's audio is just kind of overdriven. They got their mic cranked up. I can barely understand them. It's like, you're coming in like I'm talking to you on the telephone.
Yeah, copy, mate. mate. No, that's how I like it too. So, no, you've got some nice clear audio yourself there. And the little kicker's just helping you along a little bit, mate. Doing the job. Beautiful setup, over.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Likewise. I bet you're having pretty good weather down there. I know you guys are going into your fall. Here we're just days away from spring. The first day of spring here is March 20th, and we just turned our clocks ahead. We spring forward, so the days are definitely longer up here now. Current temperature right now is about 12 degrees Celsius, so it's probably a lot hotter where you're at.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you wouldn't really know that officially down here we're into our autumn by a couple of days there. That obviously has ticked over the start of March there. But yeah, no, it's very hot and humid at the moment. So I'm just here in the shack. We've got a cloudy morning and it's already 26 degrees Celsius, mate. That was very high humidity. We got a cyclone coming around up in Queensland. It pretty much ran out of energy before it crossed the coastline, but through lots of wind and high seas at the coastline. So all of our beautiful coastline in Queensland around Surfers Paradise and the Gold Coast and all those nice places, mate, have been getting hit very hard with high seas,
Yeah, hopefully there's no damage. I talked to quite a few stations in Australia, and they keep telling me about the cyclone, but I guess it's sort of petered out. But I guess maybe some areas could experience flooding if you get a lot of precipitation with that. It was raining here this morning, and right now we're in the afternoon, so it stopped. It looks like the sun's actually out there now. So I'm kind of feeling guilty in my radio shack here. That's the problem. You get into the radio shack here and you start hearing the DX stations. You don't want to get out of the radio shack. And I should probably be maybe raking up and cleaning up around the garden, which I'll probably do after I finish talking with you, because I do see the sun blasting through the window here now.
Yeah, copy on that, Jay. Yeah, no, I've got a few things I need to attend to today, mate. Got a few appointments and so forth, so I'll be out of here very soon. But as you say, mate, you hear some nice stations on the radio, a little bit of DX, and you're hooked. You get stuck in the chair, over.
I know, man. Yeah, it's a good hobby. You know what I mean? It's a great hobby, especially for retired guys. I'm semi-retired here, and it's something I've been into for many, many years, and it's a good way to just kind of meet people around the world. You may never meet them in person, but you certainly talk to them more than once.
Oh, definitely, mate. Yeah, no, QSL or semi-retirement, mate, looking forward to maybe doing something similar myself. I'm not too far away from full retirement if I want to, but I don't know if I've got enough money stashed away just yet, so I don't know if I can afford to actually retire when I'm legally allowed to do that and get my retirement fund. But anyway, mate, yeah, that is how it is.
That's the way it is for me too. I retired. I'm going to be 61 at the end of this month, and it was November 2021, my last day of my employment with the government, and I had a pretty good job, Parks Department. Retired, took a whole year off, and then then I picked up a part-time job just a few days a week, Tuesday to Thursday. I only work 6 hours, so 18 hours a week. Hey, a little bit extra income coming in never hurts there, QSL.
Yeah, definitely. And that possibly may be the way I'll need to do it too, into retirement, mate, bills and expenses these days. I don't know if anyone can really afford to retire, full time, mate, a little bit of work, a little bit of money on the side always goes a long way. So looking at something similar if I can. At the moment, jobs like that don't come around every day, but I'll definitely be keeping my eyes open, over.
Yeah, you betcha. I live on this small island. It's funny, you get to know a lot of people. When I retired, I had people phoning me, hey, you want to come work for me? So being retired, I could be way more picky and choosy. And it was a grocery store chain here that asked me, do you want to work for you? So I do maintenance. I do maintenance behind the scenes if there's something broken, whatever. I work out in the garden around the store. It's really nice. I love it. It's low key, no stress. And like I say, I'm done before 11 a.m. Each morning. I start at just before 5 a.m. and I'm done before 11 a.m. I'm an early riser, so it's good for me, QSL.
Oh, mate, what a dream job. I can only hope I find something similar. I'm not a morning person, but I tell you what, though, if you could get things done by early morning, I may be persuaded into becoming a morning person. Anyway.
That's right. Well, you know what? I love being home by... It takes me about 10 minutes to drive to work, literally. So I'm home by about 10 after 11 a.m. in the morning, and that's only Tuesday to Thursday. So to me, it works out really good. And it's really easy. The guys I work for are really nice, and so yeah, no, I was grateful that they did ask me to work there. And being maintenance, I still get a discount on groceries, which helps.
Yeah, QSL on the discounted groceries. See, that'd be a double bonus. A nice cushy job and cheap groceries. What more could you ask for, eh?
I know groceries are a bloody rip-off here. I'll tell you. Living on this island, John, they gouge you for everything. Gas is the cheap grade is 184.9 a liter, and then groceries, everything has to be shipped in by boat, right? So if I get a little bit of a percentage off of groceries, which is actually a pretty good percentage, it's good because I like to eat and makes my wife happy there, QSL.
Yeah, copy on the price of fuel. I'm not sure how your dollar converts into Australian dollars, but that's about the price we pay here on the mainland for petrol. Even when it's cheap as $1.85 Australian, on an average day, you might pay $2.10 in the cities. So mate, fuel is quite expensive over here, isn't it?
It is expensive, yeah, it is. And so I drive a small truck. It's easy on gas. And eventually we are thinking on downsizing and then move over to the Big Island, which is Vancouver Island, which is right next to our island. And it's actually cheaper over there. You go over there and the same grade of gas is about 5 or 6 cents a liter cheaper over our island. So, as we get older, we want to downsize and, we don't need a big house, smaller yard, and just make life a little easier, QSL.
Yeah, no, I have to laugh when I hear some of the other stations down further in the States there, and then, in mainland USA there, they're always complaining when their petrol prices go up, but, they're nothing compared to ours,
Oh my God, they're so much cheaper in the States. When I hear somebody talking about $3 or $3.20 a gallon, I says, are you kidding me? That's cheap. Ours works out to probably about 7 something a gallon for just the cheap stuff. And then I look at the exchange rate on the dollar. Our Canadian dollar's down in the dumps right now. I think it's about 30 something cents under the American dollar. So the American dollar buys 30 something cents more than ours. And it's crazy.
Yeah, we're down around probably somewhere around 60 cents in the US dollar. So, we just, by the time you add on all your taxes, we just pretty much double the state's money for ours. So it makes things even worse. I think it makes it in US currency. I was putting someone the other day. I think a gallon of petrol, when you do the true conversion using the current exchange, I think it was $12 a gallon we're paying compared to theirs in real American money.
Unbelievable, man. Yeah, that's what it works out. Ours is around 69 to 70 cents on the dollar. So that's what our dollar's worth, which is not good. And my wife is in Arizona right now, so she's saved her pennies and she had a free place to stay with her friend down there. And she used her air miles for her airplane ticket, so it didn't cost her that much. Otherwise, it would have cost an arm and a leg to get down there for just to stay down there for a week. It's not cheap to go to the States anymore.
No, definitely. No, we came over there for a flying sort of holiday visit. Mate, way back around 2010, 2011, and the exchange rate was about 1 on 1, so it wasn't too bad back then. But ever since then, it's been unbearable to go over there on a holiday.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I haven't traveled to the States. Well, actually, I took a cruise up there. I shouldn't say that. We went on an Alaska cruise last May, but all the food was included and all the entertainment and everything and all the room and board, so it really wasn't that bad. But we used to go to Maui every year, and you go stay for a month, and our dollar was a lot better then, but I haven't been since December 2019. I can't afford that anymore. It's just too much money.
Yeah, copy. All right, James, it's been great chatting, mate. I might sit back here for a minute. I don't know, mate. Just get myself together here. Gonna head outside shortly. The sun hasn't come out here. It's still cloudy. No rain though, and no wind either, mate. But I'll be heading out very shortly, so I might just see you else about just quickly, mate, if you don't mind. And we'll catch up soon.
Yeah, you betcha, John. Been a pleasure, man. Your signal is just out of this world. It's like consistently 9 and into the red. So really, really great sounding station coming out of Australia near Sydney. Hey, you have a great day, and hopefully that typhoon rains don't amount to too much for you, and there'll be no damage or anything from wind. 43 Oscar Papa 639 Australia, 9 Alpha Tango 791 out here, Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. We're waving till next time, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Joe, mate. I'll keep a listen out for you on 555. You may hear me around a little bit more at this time of day too from now on. I used to sit down a little bit further. We had a couple of groups down there, but they've sort of blown apart a little bit, and definitely down even further. Those terrible channels, mate, don't go anywhere near those. So, hey, oh, mate. Anyway, thanks, Joe. We won't talk about those. 9 Alpha Tango 791. Cheers, mate. 43 Oscar Papa 639. Till next time.
All right, cheers to you, my friend.